I'm looking at what the observations were made by the court today while dismissing petitions which were filed by your party against tax reassessment. The Income Tax Department appears to have collated substantial and concrete evidence against Congress to warrant further scrutiny and examination of its income. And in fact, they have talked about how there is a detailed payments which have been made. So any kind of, to look at it from the point of conspiracy, how fair is it?
No, there is a process for going about these things. On the eve of an election, if the largest opposition party's accounts are frozen, there is nothing suspicious about it.
Okay, there's nothing.
When 97% of the cases of ED are directed against opposition, nothing suspicious about it. When a couple of chief ministers are arrested on the eve of the election, the general election, nothing suspicious about it.
Okay.
There is an element of suspicion, of doubt in the entire process.
So, Hinsina, first respond to the Congress's charge of of freezing their accounts, and then I bring in the Aam Aadmi Party.
Well, good evening, Maria. Good evening, everybody. You know, the inconsistency of the opposition parties and some of the left liberal journalists like Nirja ji is quite amusing. On the one hand, they say, how can you arrest a CM on the eve of elections? But at the same time, when the SBI had requested for time till June 30th to furnish, for furnishing all the details regarding electoral bonds, citing the same reason that election is underway, they had a major problem with that. Now, let us look at each of these. When it comes to electoral bonds, we had been repeatedly saying that we have nothing to hide. And when now the details have come out, it is parties like DMK and TMC have more to answer than us. But any which way, it is way better than, the cash formula, the Hawala money, which used to play a major role in the Congress era. When it comes to Arvind Kejriwal's arrest, there was a trail. I'm
coming to you in just a bit, because the level playing field, absence of it has been leveled by all the opposition. Let's begin with the freezing of accounts, and then I come to Mr. Kejriwal's arrest.
You yourself cited the court ruling today. There has been the Congress has been repeatedly approaching the courts. If they feel that defiance and non-payment, if they feel they're entitled to it, that's their problem. And only a part of their funds are frozen. If Rahul Gandhi says that they don't have money to buy the tickets, he's actually confirming that it is people like Dheeraj Sahu who are still probably funding the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra and whatever. So I think, first of all, Congress needs to be honest with the facts. From 94, 95, they had multiple opportunities to address the situation in various courts, but they kept defying court orders. Even today, the court order very specifically mentions that the Income Tax Department has collated enough information to make a case, and that their plea doesn't hold any ground.
But the Congress is saying that this is a 3-decade-old matter. Could you confirm what exactly is this?
The Congress had opportunities to settle it even, to my understanding, even 2016. The court had passed a ruling. They had multiple opportunities to settle it. If they refuse to settle it, even today, I repeat, only a part of the funds is frozen. And, the myth which they are propagating holds no ground.
Okay. Now coming to Siddharth Sharma. Siddharth Sharma, Arvind Kejriwal skipped 9 summons. When he approached the Delhi High Court for protection from arrest, that was not something that the court gave. So ED, if it is taking action, and of course you'll talk about the timing, but had he not skipped those summons, perhaps it would have been a different scenario today. And if we were to look at the ED remand copy, they claim to have some strong evidence against the Chief Minister.
Yeah, Maria, let me at the very outset tell you a little bit jokingly that a dead man walking gets his preferred meal. So I deserve that as an accused today sitting on the hot seat. I believe I'll just try to take that little bit of margin. So why cases against Mr. Arvind Kejriwal or opposition leaders under PMLA only? The PMLA was strengthened to satisfy Global Financial Action Task Force, that is called as the FATF, to stop terror funding through money laundering. The government of the day also has to report to the global body called FATF. The PMLA's draconian provisions reserved for terror funding, arms trading and drug peddling for money laundering have been hoisted on opposition chief ministers like Mr. Arvind Kejriwal. Why is it so? just because to stop a bilingual national leader from campaigning across India during these elections. Trying to make it a simplified thing, it is like me or Tuhin from BJP asking Virat Kohli to play a match with me, and once I come to know that I cannot get him out, I try to bounce him out and injure him. It is as simple as that. Now, as far as your technical question is concerned about the ED getting a remand, I'll state only 5 sentences and all of them will be facts, no conjectures. ED confessed to court today that after 2 years there is no money trail. Hence, they want Arvind Kejriwal's remand. Well, the firm of the accused Aurobindo Pharma bought electoral bonds worth 30 crore and gave them away to the BJP. The main accused was allowed to turn approver from an accused. Subsequently, the money trail has been recovered. This money trail leads directly to the BJP, isn't it so?
Okay. Let me ask Tuhin to respond to this.
No. See, when it comes to Arvind Kejriwal, whether you take the submission of Kavita, who was arrested previous week, and who was and the South group who she represented is supposed to have given 100 crore rupees. Whether you take the instance of Manish Sisodia, in whose case the court has ruled that there is a part evidence of a trail of some 300 crores. I think there are enough indications to point the complicity of Arvind Kejriwal, which is also corroborated by statements by Arun Nair, his own OSD, and the OSD of Manish Sisodia. So if after 9 summons, Arvind Kejriwal did not think it proper, and by the way, to also respond to Aam Aadmi Party, who says the PMLA Act was amended to harass the opposition, it was amended only with the objective of preventing money laundering and hawala money, which has been at the core of multiple illegal activities and anti-national activities. Were we to know that Aam Aadmi Party, a party which 12 years ago came on the premise of cleaning politics, would be indulging in hawala money and money laundering?